home today we have Lama Tsongkhapa, Gadampa Stupa, and the great treatise on the stages of the path to enlightenment. And on this very special occasion, I would like to read to you my translation of Lama Tsongkhapa's excellent praise from the scriptural threshold of correlative emergence. A great poetic work praising Buddha Shakyamuni's foundational wisdom realization. That is the truth of correlative emergence, the way things are. Namo Guru Manjugoshaya. Whoever sees, then speaks. Who knows, then teaches, is a teacher unsurpassed. Conqueror, I bow to you who saw correlative emergence, to you who taught it so. As much degeneration there is in the world, the root of it all is ignorance. For us to see, reverse that trend, correlative emergence, you have taught. With life that's so endowed with smarts, how is it one could not comprehend this crucial point that you have taught, correlative emergence, the way things are? Who could find a better way to offer praise to you, our world's guard? You who taught emergence in relation, could praise for else be so amazing? Whatever there is on conditions relies, its nature is empty through and through. You said it so spectacularly, where else could we have heard the like? Yet childish ones attached to it, extremists bind fast to views. For wizened folk, though, this is the gate that cuts the vicious web clear through. Having seen no teaching quite like this, we call you teacher, and you alone. Yet fox is sure to rouse and bark again, contriving terms in place of your lion's roar. Glorious teacher, glorious provider, glorious commander, glorious guard, to you who proved correlative emergence, I join my hands to you, my teacher I salute. Your beneficial deeds for living beings, response to their needs for medicine, the heart of your practice, emptiness, is peerless reason ascertained. Correlative emergence's modality, ever seen as contradictory or disbelieved, however beholden of this tradition of yours, it's all one needs to comprehend. If one day one sees that emptiness, correlative emergence mean the same, naturally empty, doer and deed, complement each other, don't contradict. Perchance one sees contrariwise, with acts impossible in nothingness. Emptiness void of functionality would seem to plunge into abysmal pits. This teaching of yours is what's to see. Correlative emergence be proclaimed. Whether non-existent, all natural, whatever it's named is beside the point. To lack this view is like to think of flowers in the sky. There is no such thing. Were the notion of independence proven so, seeing cause and condition would contradict. Therefore, you say, phenomena apart from those arisen don't exist. So too are elsewhere no phenomena, since nature and the all is emptiness. You also say, since nature can't be turned away, were worlds to have some other quality, transcendence of sorrow impossible would be. Concepts would be stuck and rigid indeed. So-called identities are ripped apart, again and again by your lion's roar, teaching to crowds of learned ones, so not a one could criticize. There is no thing of its very own. Emergence in relation is many things. Two statements as these do not contradict, but say it all. Why say it again? One doesn't lean towards views extreme while reasoning according to correlates. You taught this well, you being our guard. This speech of yours is as good as it gets. The essence of all has been expressed as emptiness, emergence, hence all things complement. Certainly these two do not obstruct each other's means. What could be more amazing than this? What more marvelous than this? All praise to you equals the greatness of this. Any other praise would just not do. Whoever protests so ferociously is bound a slave to ignorance. To such a one, the sound of nature's void annoys, no matter how many times explained. Your teachings have been held both close and dear since correlative emergence you've declared. Unbearable, the roar of emptiness to me is most astonishing. No gate will lead to nature other than correlative emergence, unsurpassed. To grasp at names, how could they lead to nature now for living beings? Supremely noble, well-traversed, unrivaled, arrived unto the other shore. Your skillful means lead us along the way of goodness and delight. Nature uncontrived is ultimate. Emergence rely and are contrived. Just how this one contains duality, condenses all without contrary. So what emerges in relation, what's natural, primordial, appears as such, a total void, as said, it's all illusion-like. Whatever it is you teach, the prey are there to pick it apart. Reality is all there is to find such good and humble speech as yours. We're one to ask what's all the fuss over explanations of the seen unseen. With all these things come ample opportunity to denigrate it here, exaggerate it there. As peerless your expressions are, the reason of emergence leads to see. Your word on other aspects of the path are valid too, give rise to certainty. Through gazing at the truth, your good speech commences to show the course to train. For those who've long been weak and frail, to nullify the root of every wrong. Yet turning away from this doctrine of yours, with all its hardships counted and endured, only leads to faults, so that to call them out, egoic views shall be one's own demise. Glorious, to wizened ones these two are known within the depths of being, into the very marrow at such a time, how could one not give their best respects to you? So many expressions you have made, each part and parcel of this truth you've shown. Discoveries of generalities just the same you've too proffered for happiness. Oh me, oh my, conquered by stupidity, compare my qualities, defiled heaps. Though long I've sought as refugee, no bit of me is worthy of a bow. And though I look into the valley, shadowy death, the continuity of life does not decline, because the little bit of trust I have in you compels me to action in this fortunate age. Among teachers of emergence, you are the one. Among wisdom, it's emergence, you do know. In all the world, it's your power, victory, outstanding grace that others just can't match. To whomever you reply, you actually lead them through correlative emergence gates, all the while for transcendence of their pains, so nothing but peace does come of it. Alas, this teaching of yours, this path that once has entered someone's ears, transforms the all to peace and benefit, who would lack the faith to hold it fast and dear. Whoever disrespects this teaching of yours is conquered at the two extremes. Above, below, friend and foe being null, the dual purpose benefits to all. In service to this aim, you've given away your body sometimes, at others your life, the joys of family and stores of wealth, again and again for eons on end. Just seeing the qualities of one like this caught me like a fish to an iron hook. Your truth is that which reels me in, though still I struggle at the end of the line. So powerful is my sadness that, like a mother to her suffering child, so too you follow after me, so never you are cast from mind. So when I ponder on your speech, the glory of your blazing marks, your net of light is cast upon us all, teaching in melodies like Brahma's song. I contemplate your speech in such a way, your image comes before me as the sage, and cures my fevers and my aches, like the moon, your cool rays beam on me. Your system is so marvelous, its goodness might be lost on some, less than learned types whose brains totally tingle like grass and weeds. As for me, having seen the way upon which many learned ones have strove, I follow them too as I bow to you and your intention evermore. Now there were times when I did train in textual systems of insider and outsider ways. These did come to riddle my mind with doubt, so all it did was deep distress. This way of yours, highest of all, abandons the extremes of this and that. You prophesied it be explained in Nagarjuna's lily garden display. Incomparable wisdom spheres expanse did move Asanga's speech into the sky, enlightening seized and darkened hearts, turning them toward outshining stars. Two glorious Chandra, fine, explained, early lily-white gardens he clarified. Kindnesses of highnesses upon their sight attain restoration unto mind's eye. Of all your deeds, the most supreme is speech. Of all your speech, it's this the wise remember by. To follow you, teacher, in the very best way, one trains not too poorly in victory's speech. Practitioners exert in yogic deeds. Respect goes out to you, great sage. To meet you, teacher, your teaching unsurpassed is due to Guru's kindnesses, especially my own. I dedicate this virtue to each and every living being. They too be held by spiritual friends. The goodness of this work endures, swaying not to wrong views or worldly extremes. An experiential teaching is known, then taught, as discovery emerges ever with delight. Emergence in relation thus made clear, the way of all sages and fortunate beings, behold that they give it their bodies and lives, with no time to lose, nor a moment's rest. The limitless trials of mindfulness supreme, accomplished through precision, enacted within, by all means make way for the expanse, so examine transcendence day and night. This pure and special thought shall find a way, with powerful gods protecting the world. Excellent black protectors guard, they don't forget, but constantly attend. To the awakened one, conqueror, best friend in the world, unsurpassed teacher, these words of praise. Excellent praise from the scriptural threshold of correlative emergence. I, the learned monk, good smart's renown, glorious, wove in land of snows upon the heavenly slopes of mighty snow-capped Ode King Gung, in the sacred place called Skyfarers, Victory's Isle. as glory sky transcribed. Translated from the Tibetan by yours truly, Steven-Raymond-Arne Johnson.